Today we're going to change out our vent fan, exhaust fan, whatever you want to call it. This thing up here, nothing wrong with it, but it's kind of a basic model. What we're going to be replacing it with is one that has a built-in rain cover. It's probably the most top-of-the-line one you can get. I did a bunch of research on it. It's a really, really good vent fan. Our very first truck we started in, the fan stopped working on us, and we had to replace that thing. So that was before we were doing YouTube, but you know, I know how to do it. Wanted to share with you guys how easy it is in case your vent fan ever stops working or you want an upgrade. So the first thing you want to do is there's 4 screws on each corner. You want to take those out, and that's going to allow this plastic trim to come off. That's the first thing you do. You want to take that out, and basically that's just a decorative trim to keep it looking nice so you don't see the inside of your roof or wires hanging out. So I'm going to get that taken off real quick, and I'll show you what it looks like. Take that for me. Get it? And this thing just comes out. Now we're going to use this this one to put back in with the other one because it's basically the same thing. The other one, it's about that tall, and you got to cut it to the size. This one's already cut, so I'm reuse this. Now here's the trimming. You see, it's they got the wood in there. You got your wiring right here. Now we just got to jump up top, and I'll show you guys how we do that. So this is the fan, the replacement fan we got. It's called the Maxxfan Deluxe. If you see right here, it has the rain guard already built onto it. Comes with a remote control. I believe you can get it in a white top or a black top, or I believe it's called smoked. Now we got the black topped one just because it helps block out the light a little bit better. Let's open it up and see what we got. This is a piece that it fits down in. You pull the old fan out, you put this one in, and if you can look inside there, there's a black rubber gasket. This piece will slide down on top of it, just like that. So once I get this installed, I'll just drop this down inside top of that. Then you'll see there's 4 screws, holes on each side. We'll drop it down on top, attach this through holes on the side here, and then that black gasket in there will create the seal. Comes with a bunch of screws. These are what's used to mount it. Comes with some wire connectors. Here's a few things you're going to need to install this. This is called butyl tape. It's kind of like a putty. You can see that. It's almost like a bubble gum type putty. And what you do with this is you lay it down all the way around here. So when you set it down on the roof and start screwing in, this is what's going to help create a seal. Now this stuff right here, personally, I think is enough to completely seal it, but then you're also going to use a secondary sealing method. And this is a self-leveling sealant, and what we'll do is use a caulk gun and squirt around it to create a second seal for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the butyl tape around the edge before I climb up on the roof, just so it's already ready. So the way you can tell is these are the sides. The sides with your screws, you want to make sure you put those, the front, back, left, right, or left, right. Either way is going to work. When you're putting this butyl tape on, you want to do one continuous all the way around. And you want to start from the back also. So what I'll do is I'll lay this down all the way around and rolling it till I get to here, and this is where I'll break it. So we'll have the seams right here, and you want that on the back part because when you're driving down the road in the rain, water's flowing this way. If you had it on the front, it's possible water could flow in between the gap. This stuff squishes down really good though, so I don't know if it's if it would go in, but from what I've read and researched, you always want to put it on the back end. So I want to show you guys this. If you see how this is peeling apart, got some peeling right there also. This is a regular maintenance item that you want to do. Typically once a year you want to get up here and clean this off and put a new heaping pile of sealant on it to help make sure it seals, because when it rains, water can seep in through there. Probably see better over here. Water will seep in through there and get in your roof, which that could be really bad. You should be able to just peel away at this to get to the screw holes. See how just peeling those off exposes the screws. You could use like a flathead to do this, or just your thumb. The fact that it's coming off with just my thumb, it kind of concerns me, because it should be on there a lot better than that. But let me get all these off and we'll get these screws pulled up. These screws are basically everything that's holding it in. Then we'll need to clean the surface off real good to get it ready for the new sealant. So you want to try to get the surface cleaned off as much as possible. I'm just using a pocket knife here. You want to try to get a nice clean surface for the new adhesive to stick to. I think I've gotten it as clean as possible. I got the 2 wires here. We have shut off the power, so I'm not going to get shocked. You do want to make sure you shut your inverter off so there's no power going to these. And also, as a precaution, shut your main battery switch off for the truck. I'm going to have Heather hand me up the piece we put the butyl tape on and the new fan, and we're going to put it in. We're going to put this piece in. When you're doing this, if you got this model, you want to make sure you leave these screw holes on the side. Now I'm going to use the screws that I took out just because they're threaded for it, so. Now one thing you'll want to do, if you see this is the putty that got squeezed out, you'll want to clean that up some with like a knife. There's my handy assistant. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to get this job done. But you want to go around and clean this butyl tape up because it squeezes out when you tighten those screws down. You want it cleaned up so when you put the caulking around, it'll create a nice seal. It'll allow the caulking to adhere to the roof part. All right, so we put that on. Now you want to make sure the lid's open when you're putting this model on. Now we're just going to put a healthy dab on top of each screw. Try not to get this stuff everywhere. there you go. You got the self-leveling on there. I did a horrible job. It looks horrible, but after it levels out, it'll be nice and smooth along there. Plus I put a nice healthy dabbing of it on there to make sure we get it sealed in. Hey babe, will you open it up again real quick? There it is, all cocked. You do that all the way around. And don't worry about if it looks ugly. This stuff will level out and look a lot better after that. Plus it's on your roof. You don't have to worry about it too much. You want to put a good gobbing of it to make sure it seals, because you don't want water leaking in through there. Now, if you don't get this model, fan and all that is all one piece, so you would basically put it in. If you do get this model, make sure you open it when you do in your caulking. Just it allows you to get under there a lot better.
Time to wire it all up to see the moment of truth.
Shorten the wire some because we didn't need that much. Alright, we got our quick connectors on, black to black, white to white. Then we'll tuck this up out of the way.
Moment of truth. Oh, we got power. Look at that. Fancy, fancy. Looks good. The remote's kind of a big remote compared to what we had, but hey, it works.
Now, I do think this is an older model. I think they've come out with a more recent remote control. I'll have to look, I don't remember, but that may be why we got it so cheap. This fan is normally about a little over $400, and we got it for $260.
Yeah, I think so.
And we got it from pplmotorhomes.com. They got the cheapest stuff out there for RVers, and I mean, basically this is a mini RV, so
we'll link it below so you know,
yeah,
if you're interested in the model.
If you're interested in this model. If not, check out some of their other models. They have a manual one that doesn't take a remote that is cheaper. What we really like about this model is we can open it in the rain. Let's try it again. Yeah, buddy.
Awesome. Very good. I'm excited.
You can do vent in or out, open or closed. You can just open it or close it if you don't want the fan going, just to allow fresh air to come in. You can do air in or out. And it tells you right here on the remote, watch when I click air out, air in. So we like air out because it sucks everything out when we're cooking and stuff like that. You can adjust the temperature or the speed. If you adjust the speed, it's a constant running. If you adjust the temperature, it tells you what your set temperature is and what the temperature is in the room. So let's do a temp. Set temp to 70. And we can click on. Now, once it reaches 70 degrees in here, it's 77 right now. Once it reaches 70, it will automatically shut off. And then if it warms up in here again, up above 70, the fan will kick back on. And so that's how the temperature feature works. Oh, also, you can see it says 100% speed. You can 90, 80, so it looks like it's in 10% increments. 60%, 50, all the way down to, I'm assuming, 10 or 0. 0 would be completely shut off. So right now we have it at 50%. You know, it's nice and quiet. You really can't hear it there. And then if I crank up the speed, that's when it starts moving some air. If you ever need to change one of those, it's super easy. Make sure you shut the power off to the truck. Shut the inverter off. Be safe up there and don't fall off. I hate to hear somebody tried this because they watched my video and fell off their roof. So disclaimer, perform at your own risk. If you guys liked the video, until next time, peace, love, and expediting.